Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, drop a comment. Mr. Joseph, can you hear me? All right, all right, all right. Thank you. How has been your week? If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. If there's any pair you want us to look at together, it's in the comment section. Thanks for joining. You have any question? Good morning, Victory. Good morning. Drop your questions in the comment section. If you have any pair you want us to look at together, drop it in the comment section. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen? GU dribbled me yesterday. I don't really know what happened on GU yesterday. The GDP data was positive for dollar. So dollar was supposed to be bullish. Dollar was supposed to be bullish yesterday after the news release, but I was shocked that GU kept on buying. GU kept on buying. Okay, Mr. Joseph, GJAU and USD card. Okay, we'll look at those pairs. GJAU, USD card. Okay. Today, GU will be bearish today, I think. GU will be bearish today based on the pattern I'm seeing on DXY. You can see what we have on DXY. Let's start with the daily time frame. Let's start with the daily time frame. Okay, so let's start with the daily time frame. I think that bullish move we saw yesterday was to clear liquidity residing at previous highs. Okay, the data that was released, I believe most traders want to sell. Most traders want to sell. I think what they did yesterday was to clear liquidity that was residing at previous highs. That was what I think played out yesterday. So yesterday candle closed bearish, as you can see. Yesterday candle closed bearish, but it didn't close below the low of the previous day candle. Can you see that? It closed bearish, but didn't close below the low of the previous day candle. That tells me there is more demand than supply. Okay. And also you can see we had a resistance there, which became a support. Right? We had a resistance here, which became a support. And at the moment, the market is trading above that resistance. Right? The market is trading above that resistance. This tells me that DXY, dollar will be bullish. Okay? That tells me dollar will be bullish. You can see the market is trading above this resistance. Okay? Let's go down to 4-hour time frame. Let's see the pattern that we had on 4 hours of the market. Okay, let's go down to 4 hour. So you can see the pattern we have after the close of yesterday candle. What we had here is an hammer, and I think that hammer was used to fill a fair value gap. Can you see the fair value gap here? There's a tiny fair value gap here. Okay, let's go down to 1 hour. you would see the fair value gap clearly on 1 hour. Okay, let's go to 1 hour. So you can see we had a fair value gap here on 1 hour. We had a fair value gap. That could be the reason for bearish dollar yesterday. Okay, this fair value gap could be the reason for the bearish dollar. Can you see the fair value gap? This is the fair value gap on 1 hour. You can see. So that bearish move we saw yesterday be as a result of this fair value gap that was created. You can see, and that fair value gap has been filled. Had an hammer, and the next candle that closed after the hammer is an inverted hammer. See that? So this is a bullish setup, and you can see after the news got released yesterday, price went into a range, and at the moment the market is trading above the range, the high of the range. You can see this is the resistance of the range, and we had the support here. And this morning, price had cleared the liquidity residing at the previous low. You can see that. You can see that, and at the moment, the market is trading above the high of the range. That tells me there is more supply, there is more demand than supply. We have more buyers than sellers. And like I shared with you guys, was it on Monday? I told you guys I'm expecting dollar to come fill this fair value gap. Can you see this fair value gap? That's my expectation on dollar index. It's going to come first for the liquidity residing at this previous. It's going to come for the liquidity residing at this previous high. Okay, then fill the fair value gap. That's my expectation on the dollar. Though today we have a major news will be released by 1:30. PCE price index will be released by 1:30 p.m. and it's a major news. The previous was 0.3% and the forecast is 0.3%. It means they are not expecting any increase. 0.3 previous and the forecast is 0.3%. If the actual comes out positive, that is if it is higher than the forecast, we should expect the dollar to be bullish, and if the actual is less than the forecast, we would expect dollar to be bearish. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. So I'm bullish on the dollar today. I am bullish on the dollar today. Any question before we look at currency? If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Okay. So let's look at GU. GU, my bias on GU is bearish. Let's start with the daily time frame. So you can see what do we have? Yesterday candle closed bullish, strongly bullish. Yesterday was strongly bullish, and after the close of yesterday candle, what pattern do we have on 4 hour? See, okay, on 4 hour, the pattern on 4 hour after yesterday candle. So the pattern that we had on 4 hour time frame. Can you see this pattern? This buy was used to fill, I think it was used to fill this fair value gap. This buy was used to fill this fair value gap. Can you see this fair value gap? Okay, and you can see the pattern. The previous 4 hour candle is a shooting star. Can you see this? It's a shooting star indicating change in trend. Shooting star candle formed. You can see we had a resistance here. You can see resistance, resistance, resistance. So this zone is a key resistance zone. It's a strong resistance zone. If a 4 hour candle closes above this zone, then you should expect GU to go bullish. If 4 hour candle, when as much the market is still trading below this resistance level, it indicates that we have more sellers than buyers. It indicates that we have more supply than demand. Okay, I'm expecting GU to come fill this fair value gap. That's my expectation. This fair value gap. Okay. This buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. That's my expectation on GU. I'm expecting GU to come and fill this fair value gap. Okay. So I'm bearish on GU. Okay. My bias on G for today's market is sell. It's sell. Okay. Let's look at GJ. GJ has been bullish for the past few days. I think it's now GJ has been bullish. GJ has been bullish. Let's start with the daily. So this week, GJ has been bullish. GJ has been bullish this week. Okay, and my bias for GJ, based on how yesterday candle closed, it was strongly bullish. It was strongly bullish. Let's go down to 4 hour and see what we have on 4 hour. So you can see the last candle on 4 hour time frame. This is shooting star. Okay, you can see the last 4 hour time frame is a shooting star. So one would have executed a trade after the formation of this shooting star. One would have sold GJ after the formation of this shooting star. So selling GJ from the current market price is high risk. Has done over how many pips? Over 100 pips today. Over 100. This would have been the best entry for GJ. Your stop loss would have been around, let's say, 50 pips. If you reach 50 pips, you go for 100 pips. By now, you should be out of the market. So this is not the right time to, I don't think it's the right time to sell on GJ. If you want to sell, you have to wait for price back to a premium area before you sell. Sell, apply your Fibonacci tool from swing high to this swing low. Wait for price to pull back to a premium area before you sell. Now, based on the pattern we have on 1 hour, let's say 4 hour, okay. If I'm to take any trade on GJ right now, it will be a buy and not a sell. It will be a buy and not a sell. Going by what we have on 4 hour, the pattern on 4 hour and 1 hour time frame. You can see the previous 1 hour candle closed as a spinning bottom. This is a spinning bottom, and I think price was used to fill. You can see this fair value gap here. Can you see this fair value gap here? This fair value gap got filled. If you go back here, also we had a resistance which became a support. You can see it. You can see that here, right? Okay. This is the resistance which became a support. Price came back, tested that support zone, and you can see there's rejection from that zone. You only sell if price breaks out from this support zone. Okay, you would only sell if price breaks out from this support zone. If I'm going to take any trade on GJ right now, it will be buy to premium area, then look for a sell setup from that premium. Price is at discount at the moment, so you should consider. Okay, that's my take on GJ. I hope that is clear. That's my take on GJ. I hope that is clear. Okay. Are you guys still here? Can you still hear me? Okay, so let's look at AU, Australian dollar USD. As you can see, Australian dollar USD has been in a range since the 20th of March. You can see it has been in a range, in a difficult market on Australian dollar USD. Those who've been trading Australian dollar, if you're a swing trader, you would have experienced a lot of maybe stop losses, break-even trade, or small profits, because it's been in a range. This kind of market would only favor scalpers. This market will only favor scalpers. If you're a day trader or swing trader, you would have had a difficult time cashing out from this pair. It's been in a range since on the 28th of March. Okay, that's close to a week plus now. So you can see, let's start with the daily time frame. So you can see, look at the candles. For the past 4 days, all the candles you can see indecision, you can see indicating indecision in the market. Australian dollar USD hasn't been volatile the past few days. It hasn't been volatile. Okay, so let's see. Yesterday candle closed Can you guys still hear me? Hear me? Drop a comment if you can hear me. Drop a comment if you can hear me. Drop a comment if you can hear me. Can you guys still hear me? Are you still in the class? Let me know. Let me know. Drop a comment. If you're still in the class, type yes. If you're still in the class, type yes. Okay. Let me remind others. Hold on. Let me remind others. Uh, so, few minutes, please. Few minutes. Few minutes. Few minutes. Few minutes. Okay. Australian dollar USD. Let's see. After the close of yesterday candle, let's see what we had on 4 hour. Okay, so you can see this was the last candle on 4 hour. Okay, this was the last candle on 4 hour. We had a doji here. Right, we had a doji here, and the market is currently trading below the low of this doji. Okay, this is a bearish reversal pattern. Okay, this is a bearish reversal pattern. The market is currently trading below the low of this doji, and it's also yesterday it broke out, or was it this morning? Yeah, this morning it broke out from this support. You can see that it broke out from this support. So this tells me that there is more supply than demand. Okay, tells me that there is more supply than demand. Okay, so that's my take on Australian dollar USD. It is bearish. So the previous 4 hour candle closed bullish. It closed bullish, and let's see after the close of. I think this pullback was to fill. You can see this fair value gap here. Can you see the gap that was created here? The gap in between the low of this candle and the high of this candle. Can you see the fair value gap? But I think this pullback was to fill this fair value gap. I think the pullback was to fill this fair value gap, and that has been accomplished. So let's go down to 1 hour and see the pattern that formed after the fair value gap got filled. Let's go down to 1 hour to see the candlestick pattern that formed. So you can see the pattern that formed before on 1 hour time frame. If you go back here, we had good morning, Mr. Eze. Thanks for joining. It's been a while. I hope you're fine. Mr. Eze, it's been a while you joined the class. Hope all is well. Hope all is fine. Okay, so we had this. Then let's go down to 15 minutes. I think should be able to identify a bearish reversal pattern. So you can see the pattern that formed on 15 minutes time frame. The previous candle is a shooting star. Can you see that? It's a shooting star. Can you see that? So Australian dollar USD is bearish. That's my take. Australian dollar USD is bearish. Is bearish. I want to see massive drop on Australian dollar USD today. Technically, Australian dollar USD is bearish. It's bearish. The only thing that will make Australian dollar USD go bullish will be fundamentals. But technically, Australian dollar USD is what is bearish technically. Bearish technically. Okay, for our. Okay, so that's my take on Australian dollar USD. I'm bearish on Australian dollar USD. I expect Australian dollar USD to come. I think we have a fair value gap around this area. Let's confirm that on 4-hour. Okay, so I'm expecting first its target, the lows, these areas of liquidity. Okay, will be its target. I think this is where it's coming to. You can see. So I think we still have a fair value gap below that. Okay, so this is where I think it is coming. This is where I think Australian dollar US is coming to. That's my expectation. Okay, that's my expectation on Australian dollar USD. It's likely coming here. First target. This will be the first target. If you are selling, set your stop loss few pips above this level. You could use 20 pips. 20 pips as your stop loss, 30 pips as your take profit. That's my take on Australian dollar USD. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, we'll look at gold in a few minutes. We'll look at gold in a few minutes. A few minutes, we'll look at gold. Okay. New Zealand USD. Okay, we'll look at New Zealand USD in a few minutes. Okay, let's look at USD CAD. USD CAD should be bullish. USD CAD is bullish. CAD is bullish. Let's start with the daily. So you can see here on the daily we had a spinning bottom. You see that on the daily we had a spinning bottom, and yesterday candle closed above the high of that spinning bottom. You can see that. Okay, yesterday candle closed above the high of that spinning bottom. So we expect, based on this pattern on the daily time frame, USD CAD is bullish. USD CAD is bullish at the moment. USD CAD is bullish at the moment. USD CAD is bullish at the moment. Can you see what we have on 4-hour time frame? You can see the market broke out. I think this was a resistance that was created yesterday, right? A resistance was created yesterday. You can see this resistance that was created yesterday, and the market is trading above that resistance at the moment. The market is trading above that resistance at the moment. So that tells you that you have buys than sells. You have more demand than sells. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? So bullish on Australian dollar, on USD CAD, bullish on USD CAD. Okay. Look for buys on USD CAD and not sell. That's my take for USD CAD. Okay. Which other instrument do you want us to look at? Okay, someone said we should look at New Zealand USD. New Zealand USD. Do I have New Zealand USD on my list here? New Zealand USD, New Zealand USD. Let me add that to this list. New Zealand USD. Okay, so let's start with the daily. The chart, New Zealand USD has been choppy. It's been choppy. It's been choppy. Can you see that? Ranging markets from the 21st, we had, I think this is the high of the range, and we had the low at this point, and I think, okay, so you can see it's been ranging. New Zealand USD has been in a range for some time. It has been in a range for some time, okay? So if price breaks out from the low of this range, you could look for sells, okay? Price breaks out from the low of this range, look for sells, okay? So let's start with the daily. Let's see. Okay, so you can see we had a support here. You can see for the past 4 days, New Zealand USD has been ranging and is trying to break out from support. This is support that was created on the daily time frame, and the market is currently trading below that support. Market is currently trading below that support. If the candle closes below the lows, all these lows, then we should expect more bearish move, and should expect more bearish move on USD, New Zealand USD. Okay, I think we have a fair value gap here. Okay, so let's see what we have on 4-hour time frame. Okay, so we just wait for a breakout. If you want to sell New Zealand USD, breakout from this low will be the right time to sell. And if you are selling from that low after the breakout, if you are selling from, let's say, from this point, your stop loss, you could use 20 pips as your stop loss, and 30 pips. You can set your TP 30 pips. Okay, 30 pips, stop loss 20 pips. Remember, today is, most times volatility on Fridays is very low. Volatility on Friday is very low, so don't aim for too much. And like I said, the market has been in a range for some time, so just go for 20, maybe 40 pips reward, risk 20, go for 40 pips reward, or 30, 50 pips. Don't go for too much. Okay, when the market is ranging, you just reduce your expectation. When the market is ranging, your expectation should be reduced. Okay, so that is it for New Zealand USD. I hope that is clear victory. Clear victory. I hope that is clear. Okay, let's look at gold. Gold. If you have any question, let me know. If there's any pair you want us to look at, drop it in the comment section. Okay, gold. Gold has been bullish. I feel for those who sold gold this week. Those who sold gold and didn't use stop loss, I feel for them. Those who sold gold and didn't use stop loss, I feel for them. I feel for them. See why it's important to use stop loss? See why it's important that you use stop loss? Take that small loss, wait for the next opportunity. It's best. It is best than you leaving your trade open. Than you executing a trade without stop loss. Take that small. You should predetermine your risk, how much you're going to lose on the trade. And once the market hits your stop loss, accept that loss and wait for the next opportunity. Imagine you've executed a sell trade on Monday. Assuming you've executed a trade to sell on Monday and you didn't use stop loss. See, gold has done over 669 pips. You can see 600 is the opening on Monday. So just imagine if you didn't use stop loss, it would have blown. It would have blown if you didn't use stop loss. Your account would have blown. But let's say you use, let's say 50 or 60 pips stop loss. You would have, the market would have hit your SL, and probably you could have even caught some of this bullish move. You would have made tips on this bullish move. You understand? Just reevaluating your strategy, looking at the market again to see if your previous analysis was wrong. Then you would have taken advantage of this bullish ride, and you would have made some profits rather than just leaving the trade open. Most people will be praying now that gold should reverse, and gold might just continue going bullish. Always use stop loss. Always use stop loss. So let's analyze gold. At the moment, you cannot buy gold. I would not advise that you buy gold at the moment. I wouldn't advise that you buy gold at the moment. If you want to buy gold, wait for price to pull back, okay, to a discount area before you buy gold. Okay, you cannot buy gold. Now you can see the previous 4-hour candle closed as a spinning top. As you can see, it closed as a spinning top. So the current 4-hour candle closes bearish. There is a high probability that gold will sell. If it closes bearish, there is a high probability gold would sell. Most importantly, if it closes below the low of this previous spinning top, that will be a strong indication that gold will sell. Okay, if the candle closes, okay, and if it closes below the low of this spinning top, is a strong indication that gold would sell. I hope that is clear. Okay, please, when a daily candle, let me answer Mr. Joseph. Please, when a daily candle does not close above or below previous day high or low, how do we that on a daily time frame? And go down to 4-hour time frame. Confirm the the pattern that formed on 4-hour time frame. If you are able to identify a bullish reversal pattern on 4-hour time frame, then you need to wait for 4-hour candle to close above the high of the previous day candle or below the low of the previous day candle. Is that clear? Is that clear? Go down to 4-hour time frame, then wait for 4-hour candle or 1-hour candle to close above the high or the low of the daily candle. Is that clear? Is that clear? I hope that answers your question, Mr. Joseph. Which other instrument do you want us to look at? Let me know in the comment section. If you have any question in the comment section. Okay, I think I've attended to all your questions. We've looked at all the pairs interested in. Is there any other pair you want us to look at? Let me know in the comment section. Do you have any question? Mr. Joseph, I hope that answered your question. The dollar is still bullish. Dollar is still bullish. You can see. Dollar is still bullish. The dollar is still bullish, you can see. I think it's heading towards this fair value gap. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Any question? Any question? After the close of the market, you should review your trades. Review your losing trades and also your profitable trades. After the close of the market, you should do a review. Okay? Find out the reasons the trade didn't go in your direction. Find out the reason the trade in your direction. Any question? When dollar is bullish, why is gold bullish? If dollar is bullish, you know gold is a safe haven instrument, a safe haven instrument. When there are wars in nations and investors are skeptical about the economy, they invest in gold. They invest in gold. So sometimes the dollar would be bullish and gold will be bullish. Okay. At the moment, most investors don't have confidence in the US economy. Most don't have confidence in the US economy based on Trump's policies. Are you getting it? And it's best to save or to invest in gold now. Do you get it? Mr. Ned, do you get it? Okay, so that's why gold is bullish at the moment. That's why gold has been bullish for some time. Every sales you see on gold will just be retracement, maybe to fill a fair value gap, then it continues with its bullish move. That's what is happening to gold. The value of gold has always been appreciating. The value of gold has always been appreciating. It's always been bullish. Every sales you see on gold is always a retracement. So people believe that the value of gold would always appreciate, and that's why they invest in gold. I hope that is clear. Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Hopefully tomorrow we'll be having a review session tomorrow. Okay, I know most of you wouldn't do that on your own. So tomorrow in the evening, we might have a review session. We might have a review session tomorrow by 8, 9 p.m. Okay, so just stay tuned for the link. I'll drop the link. 8, 9 p.m. tomorrow. All right, it appears there are no questions. It appears there are no questions. So that will be all for today's session. If you like this stream, please give it a thumbs up. And if this is your stream, I want to thank you for joining the class. And also I would employ that you subscribe to the channel so that anytime online, you get informed or you get notified by you. Okay, if you have any question, just note down your question. Your questions will be attended to in the next class. If you have any question, note it down and it will be attended to in the next class. Thank you very much for your time. I wish you all a profitable trading day. Bye for now.